Picking a driving school, it's a huge decision for any new driver and for their family too. Especially here in the Annapolis Valley, that first choice really sets the tone for decades of driving. So today, we're going to break down how you can pick the right school for you. All right, let's get into it. And if you're learning to drive here, it's a whole different ballgame. It's not just about cruising down quiet streets. It's about confidently merging onto Highway 101. It's knowing how to handle those roundabouts in Kentville. And yeah, it's about feasting down a classic Nova Scotia winter. So what does it really take to be ready for all that? So it's really tempting, right? You just want to look at the price tag or find the school that's closest to home. But the best school, well, it's not just about convenience. It's about building a foundation of skills that's going to keep you safe for a lifetime. And look, this is really the heart of it all. The goal isn't just about acing a 30-minute road test. That's part of it for sure. But the real mission here is to create a driver who is confident, who is defensive, and who can handle pretty much anything the road throws at them long after the lessons are done. Okay, so how do you actually make a smart choice here? You need a clear way to size up your options. So let's build a checklist of what really counts for new drivers right here in Kings County, one that goes way beyond just the basic government minimums. All right, let's break this down. Being approved by the RMB, that's just the starting line. It's the bare minimum. What you really want to ask is, how deep does the curriculum go? Are they actually teaching you how to avoid a collision, not just react to one? What about the instructors themselves? What's their training like? And hey, it's 2024. What kind of modern tech and tools are they using? And finally, the big one, can they show you any proof of better safety outcomes? These are the things that make all the difference. Okay, so now that we have our checklist, let's put it to the test. We're going to use one of the most established names around here, Young Drivers of Canada, as a sort of case study and see how a well-known program actually stacks up against these specific points. You've probably heard this phrase thrown around for young drivers, the gold standard. It sounds great, it's a nice slogan, but what does that even mean for you, the student, when you're the one behind the wheel? Let's peel back the layers and see what that reputation is really built on. So what's behind that gold standard talk? Well, for one, it's about real measurable results. We're talking about studies that show their graduates have fewer collisions. It's also about how they teach. They layer the classroom theory with immediate in-car practice, so the ideas actually stick. And their instructors? They're getting retrained constantly. This is the kind of deep prep that builds real confidence for that first solo drive on the 101. Okay, now here's something really interesting that they focus on, and it's called the practice gap. Think about it. After the official lessons end, new drivers need hours and hours of practice with a parent or guardian. But most of that time, it's totally unstructured. You drive around, but it's hard to know if you're actually improving or if you're just accidentally practicing bad habits over and over. But what if it didn't have to be like that? Just imagine for a second. What if every single one of those practice drives with mom or dad had a specific goal? What if you could actually see your progress with real data and know exactly what you need to work on next? This is where modern technology can make a huge difference. An app, like their driver's coach, is designed to fix that exact problem, to close that practice gap. It tracks your drives, it gives you safety scores, and it even uses AI to suggest what you should practice. Suddenly, a boring trip to the grocery store on Commercial Street becomes a structured, measurable lesson. Okay, so that's one way of doing things. A pretty high-tech one, right? But how does this kind of structured system compare to the other local options you've got right here around New Minas? Let's do a direct comparison. So let's look at this side by side. All these schools are approved, they all provide the hours you need, that's a given. But you'll see pretty quickly where they all start to differ. It's right there in that curriculum and tools row. A lot of schools offer a traditional, time-tested approach that really hones in on the core skills for passing the test. EDC, on the other hand, weaves in their specific defensive driving habits and those AI tools. It's just a fundamentally different way of thinking about driver training. And yeah, that difference in approach, it's usually going to show up in the price tag. A more traditional program might have a lower cost up front, since it's focused on getting the core requirements done efficiently. A super comprehensive, tech-heavy system is just naturally going to be a bigger investment. The choice really comes down to what your family values more, meeting the standard effectively or investing in a more advanced system for building skills for the long haul. Because at the end of the day, it all comes back to one thing, doesn't it? No matter which school you pick, the mission is always the same: to create a driver who is going to be safe on our roads for years to come. So here's the bottom line. A program that really digs into cognitive skills and hazard perception, that's not just about ticking a box for the road test. That's an investment in actively reducing the chances of a crash. This focus on proactive habits is exactly what independent research says really keeps new drivers safe. So if you go with a program that has this kind of tech built in, the process is actually pretty simple. You'd make sure you have your learner's permit, pick your package, and then you start blending the theory with the in-car lessons, all while using a tool like the Driver's Coach app to give structure to all your practice drives, right from day one. Ultimately, when you're making this choice here in the Valley, for yourself or for your kid, it really boils down to this one question. It's a decision that's not just about the next few months, but about a whole lifetime of driving. So what are you preparing for? The 30-minute test or the next 30 years on the road?